Welcome to Get Heavy Podcast. With your host, Craig Casamas and Big J Curran.
Jay wants to get this on.
Come on, man. Seriously. You're fucking drinking a fucking hop water into zero alcohol with hops. And then you're wearing an iron and resin hat. You
I can't even get my water open.
You know what the worst is?
Here, why don't I hand this to Honey over here? Let her open it up for you. You fucking twat. Come on, man.
You know what's funny about that, dude? Are these are all on?
Yeah.
You can hear.
Yeah.
I was gonna say I'm the worst about like local businesses. Like I make fun of shit like Kentucky.
Oh yeah.
I hate the Kentucky thing drives me nuts,
fun
man.
Of that shit.
Yeah.
And like they're fine, but even the name iron and resin, like fucking, and I'm like, dude, you guys have tons of money. I know who you are.
Yeah. Look.
No,
Hey.
like not to sound like a cock, but like
No,
you know,
sound
and
like
then there's,
just
and
do
then
it.
there's,
Just
like,
do
fucking,
it.
Like even and these a lot of them are my friends too, or I know them from a friend of a friend, and
They're
I have to think,
associates.
it's just hard not to, dude. I've ripped on like fucking. Dude, one night we're at Comedy Slice and we had like a low turnout, and I was sitting there. I'm like, oh, don't worry. I'm like, no one could show up tonight. They didn't want to do anything unoriginal, so they went down to Ventiki to watch their friend's fucking ukulele cover band, dude. Fucking beach vibes, bro. Like, and I was like, what a bunch of fucking idiots. And I was just fucking going off, and everyone was dying. And then I posted something about that, like, oh, a lot of you went down to the wine walk last night. I'm like, fuck, that's cool. And then I was like being a bitter shithead, but being a kind of a fun way. And I was actually a couple of my friends.
And they all got offended?
My friend, like there was like 6 that were going to come, and then they said, oh, we're actually going to go to the wine walk. And I was like, oh, you fucking dicks.
Yeah.
And so I fucking was kind of pointing that at them. And then a few people were like, hey, we went to the wine walk. It was cool. And I was like, dude, fucking chill out. I was kind of aiming at it some friends.
It could be cool as Eskimo pussy, but it's still something to talk shit about.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? I enjoy the wine walk. It's fun, but I'm still going to talk shit before I go. I'm going to talk shit about myself
and
before
I'll
I go.
talk mad shit about the
all
fair.
day long.
Oh, dude.
Yeah, all day long. But
That's
I'm still
the best
going.
and worst
I'm
place.
still going.
It's not the worst. It's just, it's entertaining as fuck now. Like, you know? When I was in that like young, like mid-20s, I was like, dude, fuck this place. And then now that I'm older and all I want to do is eat like shit and drink beer, you know what I mean?
Dude.
I was like, now I'm like, I'm going to go look at the pigs and get fucking hammered. I'm not going to the Midway anymore.
Yeah, I'm going to eat some mushrooms before I go down there.
Yeah, dude.
And not mushrooms where I'm going down there to...
This year, I'm going to go fucking check the chickens out now that we're back. I want to see what they're looking like.
Oh, man, I'm always about checking the chicken.
There's always some shit, or like there's always some fucking shitty cover band that your friend's a part of. And
Although they've had some good bands down there.
Dude, hey,
you know, I think
do you
Band
get
was
this too? Do you remember when we were all young and cool, and now we're the people we used to make fun of?
Oh yeah,
we go to the
fuck.
We're into country music. We're into fucking like Someone told me a funny joke. They're like, yeah, what you guys probably it was years ago, but they're like, when all those like dudes start, they're like, yeah, that's the country music's or rockabilly's the punk rock program, or what is it, punk rock retirement program?
Right, yeah.
And
totally,
I was like, oh yeah, but the chick was actually she was making a reference to Mike Ness, which annoyed me. I'm like, oh yeah, he's so rockabilly. I was like, what the fuck are you talking about? That guy's not rockabilly. I was like, why? Because he slicks his hair back and he has neck tattoos. And fucking listen to Social D, and nothing about that is rockabilly. Why? Because he likes it or some shit. Like I was like, when I was in a rockabilly band, we used to always make people be like our singer would, dude. That was more comedy than I think what I'm doing now. All we would do is make fun of shit like that. We'd make fun of rockabilly. The people that were at our shows, We're like, oh yeah, dude, 50 shit. Yeah, pompadours, old cars. Like shit like that, you know? Like,
While you're playing a stand-up bass and,
dude,
and standing
totally.
on it while
and,
you're
and
playing.
then our singer would be like, you guys want to hear some real traditional rockabilly? And they'd be like, yeah. And he's like, all right, here's a song from Social D. And like, they all start fucking laughing. Like,
Yeah,
you know,
man.
and it'd be like shit like that the whole time,
Yeah.
dude. And it was like we had a mockabilly song called 50 Shit. And like our bass player would just sit there with his upright going doom 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 that the whole time, and I'd just be all like a blast beat, and then the fucking guitar would be all brah, 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 and our singer would just sit there and go, greasy hair, old cars, white T-shirts, Converse, like, and then he'd be like, and then we had another one called "People Think I'm," and the bass player would just go like, he'd do this stupid like stereotypical walk and be like, doom 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 doom, and then our singer would just be all, people think I'm from the 50s, like, just going back, dude, like that band, dude. I remember like crying and like in practice when we do shit like that.
What was it called?
That was Beautiful Bruisers, and then it was 13 Stars.
Okay. This is in Ventura?
Yeah, we played a lot in practice. We played a lot in like Ventura, Santa
Played
Barbara.
a lot in your garage.
Yeah.
We did, but no, we actually played a lot, dude. We played Bakersfield all the time, San Diego, Hollywood, Orange County.
Yeah.
We did that Viva Las Vegas
Bakersfield
rockabilly
is
thing.
Mecca for rockabilly, dude.
Dude, when we,
Yeah.
dude, they loved us, dude. We felt like Elvis
Of course
going
they
out
do.
there.
They're all just standing there going, Oildale!
Dude,
What the fuck?
yeah, we played like Oildale, Bakersfield. We played some fucking place
Oh, yeah.
called Narducci's. The fucking owner was Jim Narducci, this old Italian fucking dude. No, you're going to die because this was like a fucking cartoon or a comedy sketch. He fucking... Okay, so what it was an old, like... I swear to God, it was like Rent by the Hour hotel, but it wasn't. But
I
it was,
love those.
It was like
They're-
6
those are my
rooms,
favorites.
6 rooms.
Yeah.
You and a lot
That's
of
where I
people.
found her.
Say, yeah. My ex-wife found her a glory hole. I was sucking her dick. No, but the fucking he had like 6. It was like the Hamilton, dude. That's exactly. It was like the Hamilton.
Yeah.
But they had a restaurant downstairs and then a back area where they had bands and then an outside deck. So it was a bar, a restaurant, and a hotel. And when you went in, the fucker is at the front desk for the hotel, literally. And then fucking asking about, wow, you have rooms? Yeah, he tell you about it. Okay, cool. And we have a beautiful restaurant down here. You walk over there and you'd be sitting there waiting, looking for like the host or something. And he would like walk up and go, okay, and grab menus. Where do you want to sit? And then he'd sit you down. And then you fucking go in there and he's like, you guys want something to drink? And you look over and he's back there. He did have one bar back, but he'd be back there mixing your drinks, put it out. And then like an hour later, like things are getting going, and I walked out to go to the pisser, and I'm walking by the front, like where everyone's seating to eat, and it's Italian food. And I walked by, and I looked through the kitchen window, and who's back there wearing a wife beater and a fucking chef's hat making the food? It was Narducci, dude. And we had the whole band, dude. We were saying, this is like a Scooby-Doo episode where he's like, he runs everything, he like pops up. It's like, boom, he pops up, and he's like making food. You're like, hey, and you turn around, he's like, how can I help you? You're like, what the fuck, dude? Like,
That's fucking wild.
Narducci's.
There's probably fucking
I'm
5
in.
twins.
Narducci's.
Yeah.
There was another
And
like
twins are creepy as hell.
there's another
they are.
place called
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
Amastoy's. It was like an old bar out in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah.
They were always fun.
What'd you play in the rockabilly band?
Drums.
Drums?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. You're a drummer. All right.
Yeah, I haven't. I need to do it more. I just,
Yeah.
it's hard.
It's rough, man.
My son plays guitar and he picked it up like he's really good. Like
Yeah.
it's crazy.
Did you almost say you picked it up like a Mexican?
No, like
That's exactly what I heard.
he picked it up. Hey,
That's exactly what you were going to say.
He's
No.
playing that big bass fucking
No.
He's
I
playing
was saying,
circus music
he
and
picked
shit.
it up like a madman. That's what I was saying. Because he fucking.
So me and Jay are racist then. Is that how
Yeah.
it works?
Well, I wouldn't have any reference for he picked what up like a Mexican. Like
Fucking work ethic, baby.
Work
Work
ethic.
ethic.
Work ethic.
That immigrant
game of
mentality.
Playing guitar.
He played
you
guitar,
know?
bass, drums all at the same time. It's
Yeah,
like,
yeah, like any Marachi married.
He's like one of
Marachi.
those. He's like one of those Sarducci's,
Yeah.
dude.
It's like the big bald guy with the beard's like some Marachi band.
Marachi.
Them fucking Marachis down there selling gnip
Man.
in the parking lot.
And then give me some of them
Hey,
tortillas.
man. I haven't even got to do intro. Welcome to the podcast, Jake Gallo.
Yeah,
Oh,
Jake
fuck
Gallo,
you,
man.
We're
I
having
appreciate
fun.
you
Hey,
joining us, dude.
Sláinte.
Cheers.
I'm gonna faint
Yeah.
here.
I'm gonna
soon,
drink
but
my hop water.
I'm
with my
not
stupid
toasting that
shirt, my
shit.
stupid
You
hat
fucking
on.
queer.
Yeah, man.
I might need that if I
Jesus
pass
Christ,
out, but-
Jay.
It's been a long day.
Has it?
Yeah.
Okay. Anyway.
has
Seriously,
been.
it's awesome to have you, man.
Yeah,
I
thanks
did
for
want
having
to
me.
say I went and saw you guys on Saturday.
Yes.
Comedy Slice down there at Pizza Chief. It was, of all the things that could not be more Ventura-like comedy show at a Pizza Chief in a parking lot is
That's
definite fucking bullseye for what Ventura rolls with. You know what I mean?
That's awesome you said that because I had a lot of people. As it's grown, as I've been doing it, like that's just me, us. So I don't think about it. But when I step away and like people from LA mention it, like how,
Yeah.
man, you people up here are great. You don't give a fuck.
Nope.
You're just out here. I'm like, no, we don't.
No
And,
one
like,
gives
we
a
got-
fuck, dude.
And really, because I've done comedy in LA tons of times.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
it's hit or miss. I've had crowds that were really rowdy and fun and drunk. But a lot of times you get you're trying to lay material out and they're pretty fucking sensitive, dude. And
Oh, yeah.
and it's like,
Yeah.
wow, that's why it's fun to go to like to Pismo or here.
Yeah.
Oxnard. Oxnard's great.
Yeah, I don't give a
Oxnard,
fuck.
nobody
Oxnard.
gives a fuck.
No,
exactly.
dude. You may get
Nobody.
stabbed. Everyone's
Yeah.
taking that fucking
Yeah.
rush the stage
Then
shit
and
to
they're
heart,
trying to
but it's
they're
like,
trying to figure out their next
Hey.
line on the dude that just got stabbed.
Yeah.
Last time we did you know where the Thirsty Ox is?
Yeah.
I don't.
Yeah. Yeah, I know
Dude,
where it's at. Yeah.
It's like a mile from Colonia.
Oh,
But,
okay,
but
perfect.
it's like by Anyway,
Yeah.
it's right down. What is it? Ventura and
Ventura
Doris.
Road.
Okay,
Yeah.
gotcha.
Yeah.
And
I,
it's
I
right
lived
there.
on Doris.
Yeah, there's that
Yeah.
little Caesars across the
Yeah.
street, and then
Yeah.
the Mexican
Thirsty Ox.
discoteca
Yeah.
place
Yeah.
and other line. Anyway, it's pretty gangster, but it was always fucking fun. We did it, and then the pandemic came. They opened it back up again, and they were doing it down there, and fucking, I used to have a blast there. And last time I went there was a bunch of fucking heavy dudes there, like full head tats, COCH knuckle
The whole
tats
deal,
and
yeah.
shit.
Real head tats.
And there was
Not a
there's
butterfly.
people from Oxnard, and they're coming up there going like, so Oxnard, man, like they live there now, but they're not from there, and they're talking shit and making fun of it, and all the gang members on the shit. And one of the dudes comes up to the guy running, my buddy Artie, and he's like, oh hey, he's like, what's up? The homies from Oxnard or what? Like, and Artie's
You're all,
all, huh?
uh-oh. Here it
Artie's
goes.
Like, he's like, no, man, he lives here now. But is he from here or what? He's like, no, and he's like, hey, man, we're telling jokes here. It's not done. He's all, oh, okay then. One of those things. He
Yeah,
told me
yeah.
after, but it wasn't me. I wasn't.
Oh, yeah.
But I went up there and I started just it
Like
was
you're telling
dead.
jokes. You're telling jokes about Oxnard right now.
No energy.
Yeah. No.
and,
None.
And no, I'm looking in the crowd, and there's just they were pissed that we were interrupting their drinking kind of
Right.
thing. And-
Yeah.
which is normal for a lot of these bars, but Gigi's is great. There's
Yeah.
fun there. You can fuck around there
Yeah.
and like you know. This place, which used to be like that, we could fuck around there. This turnaround, there's a bunch of homies. There was like these 3 like Colonia chicks, and they're old school ones though. They're older, and he brings me up as Ventura County's favorite dad, and so I start going, and I just fucking, and I go into like immediate abortion jokes because it's like a low crowd, and I was like, fuck it, I'll just go. There's nothing here. Maybe I'll get their attention.
Right.
And man, those chicks were dogging me and shaking their
Yeah.
head. I wanted to talk shit
They're
so
like,
bad.
I've had 12,
but I was
and you could
not,
talk
yeah,
about
dude,
it.
I didn't want to get killed.
Yeah.
So I was looking at them, and I almost wanted to say to them because they were just being grumpy and staring at me, dogging me, looking at each other like. And I'm sitting there going,
Fuck
like,
this white boy, eh?
no, but just the abortion jokes. And I wanted to say to them, I was like, fuck, man, maybe if you had a few, you wouldn't be so stressed out here on a Monday night drinking your
Yeah.
fucking sorrows away.
Yeah.
Like, fucking, but I was like,
Yeah.
I didn't want to be a prick. And I was like, all right. And that wasn't that long ago. And I'm in my 6th year now, pretty fucking comfortable everywhere. I've bombed, I've killed, I've done, I didn't mean to like pat myself, I've killed, but let me put it this
Well,
way. so I don't
if
sound
you
like an
haven't had
asshole.
at least some good
I've had
nights,
some
you should
absolutely,
quit, right?
yeah, exactly. I've had some great fucking sets at some big places, and I've had great sets at small places, and I've also eaten a lot of fucking dick, like a
Right,
lot of comedians
right.
on the way through. And so that night, though, dude, like it's been a long time since there's been a night where I felt like a total amateur. I was like,
Oh, yeah.
you know what? I just said, I'm out of here. This fucking sucks. And I'm all, thanks, Artie. And I got off the stage and I fucking bailed. I was all,
You
fucking-
bailed on your time? Or you finished
Oh,
your
yeah,
time?
I cut it short. I just
Did
did
you?
like
Yeah.
2
I mean,
minutes.
it's
We were supposed to
like-
do 7. It was open mic. Wasn't
Yeah,
a big
yeah.
deal.
No
But
big
I was
deal.
just like, No one's paying attention. They're gonna stab me. I'm like,
Right.
I'm fucking out of here, dude. This is worthless. This is counterproductive.
Am I gonna die for $0?
I mean,
you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's just total
all
bullshit.
the shit you start to say comes from just being like, oh shit, like here's something, and then you're like, man, like.
All my
fuck.
shit's mostly self-deprecating, and then I'll just fucking go on some other shit. So it's usually fine, but sometimes you just fuck around, and I don't really get into like religion, politics. I will here and there. I just don't get deep and it's not because I'm like, it's just, dude, it's so everyone's doing it, everyone's done it. I mean, that's comedy. There's only so many premises, you know.
Yeah, you're gonna cover
realistically,
something. Yeah.
But at the same time, it's like. What are you going to say about religion that like George Carlin or Doug Stanhope or someone hasn't done already that was way better than anything you'll come up with, or it's not already influenced by their shit, or because they were so good and you're, that fucking thing. That's why I was like, and I don't have any interest in it. I don't. I didn't go to church as a kid. I didn't have any friends that were molested really. And like, it just, do you know what I mean? Other than that shit. So it's not real powerful. Something I want to punch on like, I don't give a fuck. Other than there's a lot of nonsense in it. But I get, because I know good people that are really into that, and they don't do it. And they're sweetheart people. They encourage me. They support me. And their points of views are like mine. It's totally fine. People are people, you know.
I don't care.
Exactly.
At all.
That's my thing. I really don't give a fuck.
And those same places you're talking, the same places you've been talking about in Oxnard, like going to funerals and stuff, downtown Oxnard at the Catholic churches and doing all that stuff, and I just have no care.
Right.
Yeah.
Like none. Like I'll walk in there. And
it's
you know, my brother and I a friend of ours passed away, and it was when we were younger and doing our shit, and we go in there and they're passing out the wafers and shit. And my brother and I, we have no idea what the fuck's going
passing
on.
out
We
the
have no,
roofies.
you know when he
Bill
walks up
Cosby's
and he
over there
starts
with a tray.
Yeah, that's what we were looking for. You know us. So we're sitting there, and he's like starts waving people up, and we really don't know what's going on, and then he's like giving us the wafer, and we're fucking
no idea.
No clue at all. We're like, is this free food? We'll take it.
Yeah.
I'm still eating government
cracker
cheese.
tastes
I'm
like
in.
shit.
Yeah,
It's terrible.
Yeah. But it's
Fucking-
that
it's like
that
a
whole
wafer.
like, just don't give it. Like it's not about a judgment call. It's about I don't care.
No, right.
Whatever you want to believe in it, man. If you want, if it's Buddhism, Taoism, Catholicism,
All it is
whatever
is
it is,
super
it's just
easy to make fun of, and it's
It-
because
yeah.
there's so much contradicting in it.
But
And
we
there's
make fun
so
of it off
much
the base
shit.
of it. We don't care.
No, right. Exactly.
You know, there's
and
no.
that offends those
yeah.
people, though. They're like, "That's real strong belief to me," and you're basically saying, "I don't give a fuck." Like,
Right.
and it's
Yeah,
everything
but
get
then,
offended
but
by
those same
everything,
exact
dude.
people that get offended don't give a fuck about Buddhist.
No,
Right.
that's
You know what I
always
mean?
my
And
point.
Buddhists are just saying like we need to let
I
our ego
always
go
say
and be
that
good
too.
people.
I was
So
like, yeah, but here's the thing that why I can't get into it, because you're being really arrogant. How am I being arrogant? Because you think that yours is the only shit. What
Right.
about Muslims? What about Buddhists? What about fucking, Catholic, Christians? You're the same. They kind of different.
Whatever.
Little
It's all-
different.
it's all the
It's all
same.
branched together. But yeah, any dogma, religion,
Yeah.
Jews, anything. It's all like you guys all kind of have your thing, and I'm not one of those. I'm a fucking atheist. You're all fucking dumb. I'm just like, and I'm not like, I'm an agnostic.
Yeah.
And
when
It's
you don't
irrelevant.
give a shit
It's-
enough
there's
to
no
care,
point. There-
you know what I mean?
there's
When you
no-
don't give a shit
I'm
enough
an
to care,
apathetic.
it can be also
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck. Really.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, just be cool. Just
Yeah.
be cool, man. Like,
Well,
we're
and
all-
it can quickly
life is
become a
hard,
hack premise, right?
But
I
and
mean,
the
pretty
thing
quick,
is too,
you know?
like
Yeah.
I get why people. Life is pretty scary, and as you get older, it gets scary,
yeah.
and you start thinking a lot of
Oh,
times,
yeah.
like, yeah, I hope there's something, like, maybe, and sometimes you're like, hey, I don't know, we'll find out. It's cool. I just want to enjoy what
Let's
I'm here.
run it and see what happens.
Don't think about too much, All I know is when in the hospital once, when I thought I was going to die, I didn't think about any of that shit. Like, yeah, you weren't even, I was so tired that I just was like, I just want to rest. Like, you're not
You're
worried
accepting of it.
you're not, well, no, but like, you're not thinking of religion. You're not thinking of like, I was thinking like people that on social media get so into certain things. And I'm like, none of it matters. Calm down.
Right.
I mean, it's good to get into certain things. We all do. We complain, and it's fun and that.
Rockabilly,
but you know, the people exactly. But the people that go hardcore about like politics all the time, you're like, it doesn't matter.
None of it matters. Dude.
None of it matters, dude. And guess what? The real issue, 30 years from now, all of that, all the shit you're talking about, cancel culture, racism, this, that, and everything you can think of that's super big right now isn't going to matter because we're not going to have a place to subsist. We're not going to. The earth will be fine. We won't because we're not gonna be able to live in these conditions. That. Do you guys get that? Like, not you guys, but
I get it. I get it plenty.
Those people like don't realize like, and I have kids, so I'm going like, he wants to have kids someday, and I'm like, it's gonna be fucked. Mm-hmm. Like, unless you got millions of dollars, you're fucked. All the poor people are fucked because where the land's gonna run out, and guess who's gonna get all the sweet land?
Right. Yeah. Like, or all the sweet bunkers, dude.
Well, everything. I mean? I don't know. It's an eerie thing to think about, but I also saw the other day that these what do we call them? What are these millennials? They're not having kids at all. Yeah, so it's like, hey, maybe we're saved. Maybe well, we're not saved, but there'll be no one here to inherit our
the only difference now and 40 years ago is we have a venue of talking about it.
Right.
No, dude, totally.
I think if we're sitting around with the guys back in the days, they're having the same conversations about how 10 years from now, everybody's going to be dead. We're all going to be fucked. Mm-hmm. We're all this, that, the other. And not that a bunch of funky-ass fucked up shit's not going on, but we have so much of what this is going on right now we didn't have 30 years ago.
Right.
But my pops and his friends would sit around, eat some mushrooms, blast a joint, grab a bottle of vodka, and start talking shit. And in that shit talking is like, you fucking kids have no idea what's going on. 20 years from now, your life's going to end. It's all going to fucking hell. But the only difference is that you didn't have the fucking internet to go, yeah. You know what I mean? Yeah, so literally. Whatever's going to happen in the future is going to happen in the future. And our thoughts and what that's going to be has a lot to do with the fact that there's a lot of good weed going around right now. Mushrooms are really easy to get our hands on. Well, you know what I mean? Like, you obviously are high.
That's because the government found a way to make money off mushrooms and weed, and that's why they're legal. As soon as they find a way for heroin and cocaine to be legal,
they've been doing just fine on the black market. The governments have.
No, right. But I'm saying. Like someone asked me that, why are this legal and that's illegal? And that doesn't make sense. Alcohol's legal and that fucking fucks more people up than anything. I was like, absolutely, I'm all. Because they're making tons of money on it, and they've always been making money on it. Marijuana, they were making tons of money with the criminal justice system. Then they realized, like, we can make more if we get our hands on this shit like we do cigarettes. And fucking, so that was legal. And now they're going, hey, mushrooms are pretty safe. Let's get our hands on this fucking shit.
When was the last time weed was illegal for you?
Huh?
When was the last time weed was illegal for you?
Illegal?
Yeah.
For me?
When was the last time it was illegal to
I don't even remember, when, it
was a thing.
Well, I remember like
you couldn't get, like, even if we would get caught with it, they would just be like, hey, man. And they would dump your bag out.
Right.
That's it.
Right. That's
you know what I mean? We're all white. It's not a thing.
Here in fucking in California, and especially where we're at, but what about dudes that are still doing time for having a gram of weed in Oklahoma? Like, it's like, what? That's why I'm kind of like tripping out that so many of these people are just making, this is great. I run a profitable weed business, but there's some dude sitting in there.
Oh, yeah.
Like, when people celebrate, 420.
Well, dude, until it becomes legal federally, you know what I mean? They're not going to do shit, bro. And even then, depending on the color of your skin, depending on how you grew up, you know what I mean? It's fucking, it's brutal, dude. It's a fucking brutal world sometimes, but
I don't even, like, politics and all that. People are dumb. I meant more just strictly climate change. You're not going to have a place to live. Fuck all that. No, that's what I meant. I wasn't even talking about civil war and fucking cloning and all this shit and fucking trans. Who gives a fuck? The world's always been crazy. What I'm saying is, we're not going to have space to breathe.
If you can't breathe,
you're going to die. If the water levels rise and there's an ecosystem and everything in it, from those fucking frogs they're protecting in the river bottom to
that don't exist.
You know what trips me out? Yeah. This is funny because this was Mike Tyson on one of his podcasts saying. I was like, oh, it's absolutely. You hear him? He's talking about. He's like, hey, think about this, and I was like, oh, that's so funny because Mike Tyson's like the one I heard right now that just said it. That was like that. Oh my God, yeah, totally. We all knew it, but if you really thought, he's like, he was all fucking on shrooms or smoking.
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah.
And he was talking about, how, think of what happens to this planet if there's no ants. We're fucked. Everything will end.
Or bees, or fucking any of those things.
And if you take away all the bees, we're fucked. All the birds, we're fucked. You take away any part of those things permanently, and we're fucked. What happens if you take away humans? The world would fucking flourish.
Maybe.
So we're absolutely, we're an absolute cancer. Everything that is fucking right. Think about it.
Yeah.
I mean, dude.
At certain points, you know.
I mean, dude. Everything back then, dinosaur, they got wiped out by a fucking meteorite. Don't look up, right? Like,
yeah.
But fucking, I mean, in the terms of like, we're terrible for this fucking planet, dude.
I mean,
think of all
there's
the
a heavy
species
argument.
we've killed
you know
and
what I mean?
put into extinction.
Yeah.
But it's gonna happen to the ocean here, fucking.
Well,
real
then
soon,
also
too.
look at like we spend so much time meddling in shit, and like from where I work, right? I see. Look at like Australia, right? They had a massive like varmint problem. So they decided to bring in cats. And now cats are ruining Australia. And now they're trying to figure out how to fucking kill the cats so they can bring in something else. And every time we fucking...
When you look at photos of guys in Australia they're holding up a cat.
Like hunting magazines have dead
I'm totally unaware of this.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It's 100%. Like
in 2022, you're talking
right now.
Feral cats.
Look up any
Like,
Australian
what are you
hunting
talking?
magazine.
Like 1890? Like,
No. Feral cats in Australia are a problem.
It's a problem.
Yeah, it's a real thing.
But that's how it goes.
Yeah, they go out there and hunt them.
We have a lot of problems.
We're so fucking arrogant that we think
do.
we can fix it. So we bring something in to help, like bringing wolves into Yellowstone, right? Now all of a sudden we have a fucking wolf problem. They're decimating everything, and they're like, "We need to get these fucking wolves out of Yellowstone."
What are they gonna do about it? What about the fucking
everything
pigs in
we
Texas?
do? You know what I mean? Yeah, pigs in Texas.
Pigs everywhere.
No, they
pigs,
destroy shit.
Not just in Texas. Pigs in California. It's not just Texas.
It's everywhere though.
And
so
here's what kills
to
me.
Eat bacon,
Here's what
right?
kills me. Yeah, it's
you can eat
definitely
those
okay to eat pork.
Head, right?
Look, man,
Sandwiches.
what drives me nuts about this whole thing is when people are talking about like we have a problem with harvesting meat and we need to do this, we need to do that. Mm-hmm. So do you guys have a problem like this is an animal that's decimating crops, decimating
farms,
everything,
every living thing on
so
Earth.
then if we go out there and start popping them off and we start harvesting them and we start putting, like, I don't know about you guys, but pork tenderloin, one of my favorite pieces of meat in the world.
Pork is great.
Yeah, pork is fucking
Right.
and it's not farm raised, it's natural wild shit. As long as you cut them balls off first, because that testosterone fucks some shit up.
But
but I mean, pork, like that whole. The way that they keep looking at everything on all across the board on the ecosystem and all this other stuff is it's just we'll keep playing with it and see where it goes. And hopefully we have enough younger generation that's going to be like, okay, this is what we can do to fix this. This is what we can do to fix this.
That's a problem, though. Everyone thinks they can fix it.
But here's
this fucking country was buried under 1,000 foot of ice 100,000 years ago.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? The poles fucking flipped. Shit happens. I'm not saying there's no global warming. It absolutely is happening.
Oh, no, yeah.
But
see,
how much of us has to do with it? I'm sure we're not helping. But motherfucker, dude, this place is going to do what it's going to do. You know what I mean? Like, we need to stop fucking with it. Well, you never know, dude. I mean, Yellowstone's due to go off any minute.
That's that. You know that's it. Well, that's I've been hearing that for 10 years now.
Well, I'm just saying. Though,
or anything else.
Y2K.
You know, a good friend of mine was
Y22K.
Good friend of mine was talking about the cycle of warfare based off of back in Egyptian times, and we just had this conversation today, Boob, and he was talking about like, okay, this is, and then he's like, hey, no, so check this out, and this is the progression of time to where from Egyptian time to this, to this, to this, to this, and this leads into a little war, a bigger war, a bigger war, a bigger war. And the next thing based off of those timelines, the next bigger war is the Third World War.
Right. Yeah.
You know, and then to read this is what's going to happen when that happens. Not if, when. And he's showing me this and I'm like Yeah, totally. Or there's a solar flare, or there's a giant. Or, you know what I mean? Yeah, totally. And we also have our children. Are way more thoughtful about what's going on than we are.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like when I talk to our kids and
that's
stuff. That's
what I was going to tell you. Is like my
doesn't
sons
mean they're smarter though.
No, but you know how everything is death.
Doesn't take a well.
Well, like you know how everything is death
not
and
our
doom,
kids,
and
Craig.
we're not going to do
Craig.
this. You know, that's us freaking out talking about everything. But it's also to his point. The shit that I'm seeing and hearing and the shit my son knows and what he's doing now is light years
ahead of us.
than when I was that age.
Mm-hmm.
The information that's at his fingertips now.
Right.
And it's, dude, there's like, for all the crazy shit that's happening, if you really look on the positive side and all the shit they're coming up with through like just medical science, technology, things to better and prolong life and fix big problems like that, or like even environmental issues that if we do this, it's actually like it's pretty. It counters it pretty well. You're like, because we're always freaking out as humans. That's all we do. Oh my God, this is gonna happen. Blah.
Yeah. Well, we're taught to believe the apocalypse is upon us.
Because I stopped looking at all that
shit,
I mean? And I started looking at, dude, look at all this cool shit. And I was like, click on these headlines, boom, and showing like science, this, that. And I was like, dude, that's fucking bitching. They can do that, like, and the shit already for like I have retinopathy, so I almost lost my vision. But instead of like. 20 years ago, I'd have been blind. Now, we have this new fucking treatment.
What is retinopathy?
Huh?
What is retinopathy?
That's
you just threw that out there like, hey, I just have retinopathy.
I know.
That's how you go blind from diabetes. Oh, shit.
Hey, okay. Yeah, my doctor says I'm still good.
Did you see that? Gagoosh.
Yeah, my doctor says I'm still good. I get checked every 6 months, and
does he?
Yeah, no, I hope so.
Does he, though?
I really hope so.
He's lying to you.
I don't know. Every time he asks me about that, he's got his finger in my butthole, but I'm trying.
I talked to Wilford Brimley Jr. over here and see what he has to say about it.
But
the betas, he's got the betas.
But yeah, no. So I've so over the years, that's what happens. It's the your blood vessels, basically, you start getting, from having diabetes so long, your retina starts growing blood vessels inside of them.
Wow.
And then they just pop and fill up with blood, and that's what happened to me the other day, and it like came in the other day, a few months ago. Well, no, I had a ventricular, I don't even remember the name of it. It was it was basically a hemorrhage in my eye. So I woke up and it was like someone had just dropped fucking iodine in my eye all day for like fucking 3 weeks. It was like looking through, you ever fucking jerk off in a glass of water and watch it dance?
No. I mean, I'm with you there. I get it.
I'm just working through the years. I'm working through the years.
I've definitely
maybe a swimming pool, water.
Definitely jerked.
Okay, I was trying to get you guys going. But okay, so you take a glass of water, and drop some iodine into it, and it's all, and it starts dancing around. And it's all fucking weird. It looked like a kaleidoscope of like cum and blood in my eye, and it was just floating around for weeks. And it was
when Honey gets back, she'll say, "Yeah, I know what you're talking about."
Yeah, it was a giant floater, and. So that's still kind of draining. But anyway, I had to. What they do now is they used to sit there. I had my eyes sit there, and they have this green laser and just go like 300 times.
Zap it,
and it fucking burns the back, and it's super gnarly. I hated it. But now they came with these fucking things, and they're eyeball injections, and I get them, and they seem crazy, painful, and nuts, but they're really not. So they like clockwork orange your eyes back like this.
Jesus Christ.
They hold them open, and it holds it open like this. Just first they put this gel on there, and it's all ice cold, and it's numbing. It like numbs your eyeball up and all that. And they put this, they drop drops in there, put the gel on there, and then they fucking lay there for like 10 minutes with this shit over your eyes, these pads. They take them off, kind of wipe them off. They drop this like iodine shit in there. That shit fucking burns them. It's not even the treatment. It's that iodine. It feels like salsa, dude. It's like, So they do that, and then they hold your eyes open like that when they're numb after 5 minutes with these like plastic things, basically one at a time. They come in, and then it's like, look up, and you're looking up, and then you can't even see it. It's this little, it's like
fucking
a quick
syringe,
little bee sting. Pip, and your eye just go, and
damn,
pull it out.
That's amazing.
And it fucking, what it does is it permanently shrinks the blood vessels that are growing in the back down so that they can't expand and pop anymore. So
that's amazing, dude.
But yeah, like they didn't have that 10 years ago.
Right.
They barely had LASIX going, and that was for vision, not really to burn the fucking back of the retina out.
Yeah.
So they basically do that. That's on this one of the sides I had it done. They basically just go in there with the light and they torch the back of your retina and scar it up so nothing can grow in there.
That's amazing, man. I mean, you're
that
right.
One hurts,
technology though is incredible.
But just from that shit to this insulin pump.
Right.
I've been injecting for so many years, and it's getting as you get older, things change. It gets rougher. Like I'm having a lot more difficulty circulation, my eyes, So far, I guess my kidneys and heart are all right, but it's like you just gotta. It's like.
That pump is incredible.
Dude,
it's a game changer for my niece.
So I took my A1C was like around 9 or 10, dude, which is pretty bad. And I got on this fucking thing, and within 3 months, it was down to 7.5, which is 5.5 to 7.5 non-diabetic.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so I'm like at 7.7, and then anyway, in 3 months. It's just
That's
because
amazing, man.
there's a control IQ in there, and it basically
keeps you
set
at status.
Yeah, because what fucks you up is whoop, 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 and that just wears your system out. You can't. You have too much work. So it basically I set it like if it's going up, I'll put like 180, and I don't want it going below. Like at 100, alert me because I need to eat because I don't want it to drop into like 76 or start freaking out. So you can set these sensors in there, the alarm. So basically, it just kind of keeps you going the whole day, and then if it starts raising or whatever, it'll start, beep, let you know like, hey, you're getting high, maybe take insulin.
Right.
And you just count your carbs like you always do.
Right.
But it's just so much easier and convenient, and that thing will alert you. So take a little half unit, a unit, or if it's dropping, you'll fucking eat something and bring it up. So you're staying more consistently level. So it's like you're.
It's got to have made a world of difference. in your daily
dude.
life,
And just the energy I have when I'm on point still. But just getting old is the thing. It's like had it, and I've had it for going on 37 years now. So
that's incredible. I mean, I just think when you do think about the technology that's around allowing us to live longer,
and that's just
the
shit I know.
You know what I mean? Like it's amazing, but then
little heart stents
there's always the caveat. There's always the caveat, dude. Where shit fucking the world blows up.
Out of nowhere and fucking dies, and nothing you can do about that.
Yeah, totally.
Get in a car wreck.
I mean, one time you sling that rope around your neck a little too hard when you're jerking it, dude, and it's over. You know what I mean?
Man, I keep trying.
Jerk off too many times, get yourself a lesion, get a staph infection.
Yeah,
fucking
staph infection in your ear where the fucking rope starts rubbing on it.
Exactly. Shit happens.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's wild, man. But I wanted to ask, so you've been doing comedy 6 years? Is that what you said?
It was March of 2016 when I actually was like, all right.
What got you? Was there a catalyst? Is it just out of boredom? What is it?
Yeah, it's kind of bizarre. It sounds corny, but it's fucking totally one of those things where I had never, ever, ever in my life thought about doing it. Like stand-up itself, never had dream. But when I was younger, I loved stand-up, but I never thought like, oh, I can do this. That's what I want to do. I just was fucking laughing. Like when I was younger, like I remember my brother, and we'll try not to go on a rabbit hole with this name, but he had all the Bill Cosby records, and regardless of what the guy's a creep. And
doesn't matter. One of the greatest comedians.
He was fucking. The albums then were fucking hilarious,
amazing,
especially as a kid. Yeah. It was clean. It was fun. Fucking hysterical, and
we all listened
to it all the time. My brother did them on the records, and then as we got a little older, when I was like middle school, then you start hearing Sam Kinison, but Richard Pryor was the first special because we had HBO at the house, and it was like a big deal.
Oh,
and staying up late night when parents were out at dinner, and Saturday nights you're watching HBO. Richard Pryor live from fucking the Sunset Strip. Being a white kid from Ventura, having like never been around, like seeing a fucking black guy like that was the funniest shit to me because I was enamored. Like, this dude is the funniest person I have ever listened to in my life. Like, fucking just dying and like being like, and like not like, you're all around it is just white Tonight Show, Johnny Carson, and fucking there's no, he's talking about pussy and the ghetto and fucking and fighting and boxing and hunting, everything you can fucking think of, dude. And I'm fucking we were all, of course, dude, everyone.
Yeah.
So for us, it was just, but I didn't put that in kind of like, oh, that's what I want to be, or just, I just remember being like wanting to watch it over and over. And then you get into middle school and you get into like Sam Kinison and then Dice and Eddie Murphy.
Yeah.
Eddie Murphy and Dice were everywhere. Remember that in middle school, dude?
Oh, yeah.
I was like, everyone was walking around 8th grade, the hallways going, hickory dickory dock,
Yeah,
like
totally.
fucking doing that, or fucking doing, I want some ice cream. Eddie Murphy, Dice Clay, or they were fucking doing Sam Kinison screaming down the hallways.
I want some ice cream thing. When I see something happen that,
yeah,
like whatever
We
it
do that
is,
to our
whatever
kids,
it
dude,
is,
when
and
shit
you're just
goes
like,
down.
I want some ice cream, and I have my ice cream, and you
ain't
dropped
got-
yours, and you go, your mama's poor and she's broke and she's on welfare, and you can't get another scoop of ice cream.
the whole, yeah.
Dude, that shit.
It's
as soon as
incredible,
I
man.
see. Any of my kids, I prefer to do it to my own children so that they really get the grasp of what life's about. But that comes to me.
That happened. My little guy was walking around talking shit to his they all had ice cream, but they were walking around clowning each other, and he's walking around, and he wrecked his friend, and everyone's laughing. I walked out, I could see it. And then right then he fucking dropped and fell off on his friend, and everyone started roaring, and he started crying and got fucking furious, and I was dying because that's the first thing.
It's the first thing you think.
You dropped your ice cream.
Yeah.
You dropped your ice cream.
Yeah, totally.
It's what makes us. It's what makes us us.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's
But,
what separates us from some of the people
Yeah.
that didn't have that experience
Right,
in their life,
right.
that don't understand. Like, oh, you dropped your ice cream. Yeah, but now your mom's going straight to the fucking ice cream truck to get you another ice
Yeah,
cream.
'cause
no,
God
we didn't
forbid
have
you don't
that.
have an ice
My
cream.
mom don't have another 25 cents to get me an
My
ice
mom's
cream
like,
going.
Pick it up.
Yeah, but
Wash
you
it off.
eat
dude.
that
Because your
shit,
father is
motherfucker.
an alcoholic.
Yeah.
You're on the welfare. You can't
we
afford
afford it.
So you had comedy in your head, though.
But no,
for-
yeah, I was.
I
like,
mean,
oh,
we all
dude.
did. But
no,
you know
for
what I
sure.
mean?
But like, it's okay. So that was there, but I never was like, oh, I'm gonna do that. But like, I will say that like all through like middle school, like I had older brothers and their friends, and high school and shit. All my friends, like looking back now, like my crew of friends was really fucking funny.
Mm-hmm.
Like I was thinking about it the other day, and I was like, if you even had to speak up, like you better say something
Better
fucking
say something
funny,
good,
because
yeah.
everybody was fucking funny, and it
Right.
wasn't with trying.
Right.
Just, dude, my friend Aaron Davis was fucking hysterical, dude, in high school. Him, and then fucking my friend Matt Veely, like my friend Ryan Winger is still to this day one of the funniest fucking people. His mind is like the way it works on the spot.
Mm-hmm.
Like he'll throw out a whole movie scenario on the spot, seeing something. It's fucking funny, dude. I remember, okay, like just a quick example. I remember one day we were fucking driving downtown, and we were crossing over, going down California to make a ride on fucking Harbor there, but in front of the Holiday Inn or whatever, we go to check the waves or whatever. And we're going across, and right with the railroad tracks, there's these two dudes waiting across. And just randomly, there was one dude and then this other guy that was wearing a red shirt, and he was like balding. We're driving, we're talking, my friend looks up, and within a matter of seconds, I didn't even see it. Driving, we start to turn, and my friend's all rolls the window down. He's like, dude in the red shirt at hairclubformen.com. Like, just like shit like that. Or like or like we remember one time we were talking about something, and he brought some shit up about like our friend, the fucking AD fucking, and like being in the, he's all, what about the fucking, we were talking about our old man, like PE teacher back in middle school. And fucking, and how it was weird how he would walk around and everyone would be getting undressed, and like, and he goes, we told him about it, and my friend AD fucking was like, he's all, yeah, man, that dude used to fucking cruise. I used to kind of trip, and he's all, that, and my friend just like on the spot, this is the kind of shit he's all fucking checking out your cock. He's all, damn, that kid's got a bigger dick than me. And he's like, he's like checking him out, going like and then he would say shit. He's all getting the chills thinking about his wife going down on little AD.
Yeah,
like
man.
just constant fucking nonsense. Like, I don't know, dude. Like just everyone was just rifing just shit constantly on the spot. And then like people would always say, you guys were so funny in high school. And it was like, I don't remember it being like a fucking show, but like, anyway, so years later, I was in a band. I never thought of doing it. I was working in downtown LA, like, yes, obviously like 6 years ago. And I was on the 110 where it's like stop and go and crossing lanes, and everyone's going 50 and then 20 and 5, like fucking trying to change lanes. And I fucking, it was kind of funny. Something came in on my phone. fucking popped up on the thing, and I opened it, and it was like something, and it was news about like a porn star or something, or a former porn star. And I was like, wait, that porn star? And so I was fascinated, and I opened it, and I was seeing something. And then, like, I was basically like, fuck, you know what? I was checking out porn because I was in traffic. And I fucking rear-ended some lady, fucking, not even bullshitting, on the 110. And I remember thinking, like, you dumb motherfucker, what were you doing? Like, why was I doing that? Like, I was going to jerk off or something? I was just fucking bored, dude. And I was literally... You got enamored
by them titties, dude.
Yeah, no, I totally did. You called it.
Oh, yeah.
No bullshit. Happens, I didn't want to say that because I'm like, my chick's going to be like, babe, what the fuck? And I was like, well, I didn't even know you then. Like, I fucking... And I'm not bullshitting, dude. Some came in, I looked at that, and it made my mind go. And I was like, who's this fucker? So I pulled up Pornhub. And I was literally sitting in bumper to bumper.
Right.
And just kind of like barely moving. So I was like, who's this guy again? I remember that's exactly.
Wait. It was a dude?
Yeah.
Yeah. He I think he fucking killed.
It was a dude porn star?
No, well, because he killed. I remember his name. I remember the dude's name, dude. It was like that Nacho Vidal dude.
Okay.
He like gave a chick like a poison frog or some shit, and she fucking died or got poisoned from it because she was trying to hallucinate and he was gonna fuck her. It was a bizarre story, dude. And it came up. I think it was that one. It might have been that or like Peter North was in the news for something, dude. I don't know. And I fucking went, oh, dude, that porn star?
Just following your guy porn stars.
No, but it was like on TMZ or something. It was like an alert. But I was like, oh, I fucking remember that, dude.
Dude, that's
so I went to look it up, and I looked up porn. I was like, that's the dude I'm thinking of, right? And I looked it up, and of course, some scene came on. I was sitting there, I was like, oh, shit.
Look at this.
So I'm looking at it, and everyone's starting to go. And so I was like, oh, it's picking up. So I set my phone down the seat, like not thinking like, oh, and it was a stick shift. So I'm driving. I'm changed, like, fuck, let me over. And the porn was still going. And I fucking flipped it. And as I'm getting over, I like stopped. And then I was like, fucking get out of the way. And then I like saw my opportunity. So I went, cut up, and started gunning it because this other chick in front of me started boning out. Like, she got over and started bolting somehow. Perfect. Got over, started bolting. Looked to get over around her.
Oh, yeah.
And as I looked back, her brakes were on, and I just, BAM! And fucking right as I looked down, I'm just seeing fucking a rack just all bouncing and shit. Oh! And I'm like, oh, fuck! And the front end of my truck was all tacoed up, and she was fucking just totaled. And she got out of the car. Well, dude, it was like a fucking 60-something-year-old, like, old Mexican lady. And I just felt fucking terrible, dude.
He's really nice. Anyway. Yeah, fuck it, dude.
Dude, and that's honestly so... So I needed a rental car for the next 2 weeks, and it had Sirius XM, and I don't have Sirius or any of that shit. And I was flipping through the channels, and it came to Comedy Central Radio, and someone was in the middle of a bit. They do the 5-minute funny or whatever, and they were doing like 5 to 10 minute clips of all these comics at the time. I was listening to it, and I just started fucking dying. I was laughing. Who the fuck's this? And I started listening. I started listening to that every fucking day for like 2 weeks, driving down, and I was picking up old podcasts from like Opie and Anthony, the O&A show with Jim Norton, and like from years ago, and then I was listening to like The Bonfire with Big J. Okerson and all these guys, and like they were talking about comedy, and I started listening more and more, and I was like, fuck. And then my friend, he was out here, and his brother's got a lot of money, and he made a movie, and it got pat through, and they financed it. It's on Amazon Prime, and it's called Making Babies, like fucking Ed Begley Jr.'s in it, and Steve Howey from Shameless, and like some other. It's all right. It's his first movie, but he made this movie. He's a really funny guy. He's from the Midwest. He lived out here, and he went back and forth, and then he's been in Chicago for a long time. But he moved out here to do this, and when he was out here, so I told him, like, I was thinking, he's like, I'm all, dude, after I've been listening to this radio, I came to him, and I was like, dude, you should fucking do stand-up comedy. You're fucking funny to him. And he's all, nah, fuck that. I could never do that shit. And he's all, wait, I should do stand-up? He's like, fucking you should do stand-up, motherfucker. Dude, that's all you've done your whole life, fucking telling stories, talking shit. Like, you're fucking, like, you always have people listening at a crowd around you. And I was like, and I never noticed. Or
right,
like, no, what are you talking about? That's not, what do you mean? He's like, I'm serious, dude. You'd be great. That's all it is telling story. He didn't really know. And I didn't know either. So
well, because like, to the untrained eye, that's all it is.
And I fucking swear to fucking God, that's all. I started listening to comedy from that accident. And then I went to him thinking, dude, you're a stand-up. That's exactly who you are. And I'm like, you should do stand-up. And he was like instantly like, me? He's all, fucking dude, look who's talking. You should be doing that shit. Yeah. And I was like, And I remember saying, like, how? What do you mean? Like, I don't even know what the fuck I would do. What do you mean? Like, write jokes and go tell them? Like, that's fucking weird. I never thought of it like that. Like, that's fucking bizarre.
It's weird, dude.
What do you mean? Like, and then he's like, well, no, like, yeah, but I don't know, dude. Take a fucking beginner's class. They got class for that shit, like screenwriting. And that initially, I was kind of thinking like, oh, I'm gonna write for TV or movies. That's why I'll take it.
Yeah.
And I got into it, and I took this class. This dude, Greg Dean, down in Hollywood, or it was in Santa Monica Playhouse, and it was like 6 weeks, once a week for like fucking 2 or 3 hours. I went down there and I just did it, and I realized real shortly, I was like, I think I can do this shit. Like, are you kidding me? Like. But he was like beginner's class, telling people like how jokes worked.
Right.
So this is the crux of the joke. Like, it was pretty amateur. I was like, wait, motherfucker, I know how jokes work. Like, he was like, so you take something that's real common that people are familiar with, and you do the opposite. And I just remember going like, dude, like this
joke
is
formulas.
Yeah, I was like, you're out of your mind, dude. I'm past this point. What the fuck?
Yeah.
So we got through it, and we did this shit, and we had to riff on the class, and it was the first time I almost puked on the way to class.
Totally,
I was like,
yeah.
I can't, and it was like 12 people, dude, and I was like, gives a fuck. It was all right, but I never did open mics, like started doing, because I didn't know what to do, and I didn't know if I was still scared. I didn't do shit, and then anyway, dude, that just went from there. I took the class, and then I stopped for like a month or so, and then I got an email, and I was so dumb. He's like, no, you're way too good to not take the advanced class. Like, blah, blah, blah. Not thinking he just needs to pay his fucking rent.
Right.
Like, he doesn't give a fuck about me.
Yeah, 100%.
And like fucking, and
LA
I thought,
bullshit, dude.
This guy really thinks I got something. But I took it, and I'm glad I did, because then I met like a couple of friends in there that are still doing comedy or killing it right now.
All
so we started at the same time, and they're like really blowing up. My friend Aaron Thompson, he's on the Cat Williams World War III tour with them now, dude.
Cool.
They started at the same time.
I just watched that the other night.
Is it his new special just came out? Right? Is it good? Is it good?
I wish it was.
Oh, man.
Is it? I haven't seen it.
Yeah.
Look,
I have
man,
no idea.
It's hard to fight with that one.
Look,
the big one, dude.
Look.
Yeah. I don't know, dude. There's lots of people.
Giant Cat Williams fan.
Yeah.
No, I hear you.
And Crypticon Light, like that whole.
So good, dude.
Oh my God. But since then.
Since he got beat up by that 15-year-old,
and it's
all downhill.
Remember that?
It's like,
I fucking was watching that, going like, is he
that,
smoking
dude?
crack? What the fuck?
He's definitely smoking crack.
Look, it's just not the same.
It's just not the same.
He just is putting it out there.
Yeah.
And it's just not. He's a bit out there.
It's just not the same.
I keep thinking of that vision in my head of him getting dropped at like that fucking 14-year-old.
It changed everything, dude.
Dude, he's in the projects too. He's like in a fucking Section 8 brick housing in like Ohio or something, dude.
4'6" out here causing problems, dude.
What you gonna do? And some 14-year-old just fucking boom beats his ass. Dude, oh my God.
It's over.
And then this is what when we started this, when we started all this stuff up, and we were talking about like, well, we're from Ventura, and we don't know the ghetto.
Oh yeah.
14 years old in the ghetto, you'll drop
like a 35-year-old man.
You'll drop a fool.
Yeah, no, come on.
Yeah, it's crazy.
But like so he's on that, and he got on that because he's originally Lunel. Lunel from the American Hustle.
Okay.
She saw him and loved him, took him on tour. So he's originally was touring with her everywhere, and
cool.
And like he got into Jimmy Kimmel's Comedy Club in Vegas because he was opening for Lunel. She had a residency.
Oh, okay. Cool.
And they liked him so much they gave him his own night, and then he brought me out.
Oh,
there.
wow. Awesome.
And it was right before the pandemic. It was such a fun night, dude. I was like, the midnight show, Vegas,
wow.
and midnight. That's right in my fucking wheelhouse.
Yeah,
and
totally.
Dude, I had the best set.
That's awesome.
It was so much fun.
I heard he has
I got
an
asked
awesome
back
club.
because they brought him back and they said, bring a feature 20 minutes before you. Excuse me. And he said, I want to bring Jake. He was on the show, and they said, was that the guy in the suit? That's what he told me. And they're because I wore a suit, and they're like, and he's all, yeah. And he goes, yeah. No, that guy was fucking hysterical. And then they and it was cool because I didn't know who they were. And it was the booker for Caesars Entertainment at that thing.
Oh,
and
wow.
her boyfriend.
Cool.
They came back and they made a point to grab me. She's like, "You're really funny." And he's all, "Mate, you were killing me." He's an Australian guy, and he was like, "Oh, thanks." I didn't know it. And Aaron's all, "Hey, that's the booker." And I was like, "Oh, cool." She didn't give a fuck. But she said, bring that guy in the suit. Like, yeah, because I'm going to bring back Jake. He was here tonight. She goes, which one's Jake? And he's all the guy in the suit. And I guess he'd say, yeah, bring him back. So I was like, fuck, that's cool. So I got all stoked. And then fucking...
Pandemic.
The next month, dude. It was supposed to be April 4th, dude. We were going back there. And then everything, March 13th, everyone said, kaboom. Yeah. But, that was but he was with her. And so they started doing this to her, and I guess Kat said, because he was a fucking LAPD, he was a cop down in Nickerson Gardens in Watts.
Who was?
My friend.
Oh, your
touring
friend.
Now.
I was like, not Cat Williams. There's no way.
Yeah.
No,
he was a cop, and he went on tour with them.
That's crazy,
and
man.
so he was able to, because he was doing administrative leave and weekends off, and they were getting tired of it.
Oh, yeah. Well, you got to either commit or not.
No,
right?
and so when he got on the tour with Kat, that's, I guess, he was going to be making enough. But he's doing good because he's in with, like, Chris Spencer, too, who takes him on stuff, and Lunel. So I think he's going to be fine. And he's one of those dudes that's like a, actor, like he's like Kevin Hart, Will Smith type, where he could be in commercials, movies, and do stand up, and he could fucking drop bars. Like he's fucking like seriously, he used to rap.
Jamie
I swear
Foxx,
to God, no, dude, totally. And so I'm like, you're like an entertainer. I'm like a dirty comedian. Like,
but with your stuff, I mean, so since pandemic, you've been doing shows around here a lot. Are you venturing out into LA much, or since the shit's reopened, or are you just concentrating on building the scene here?
Well, yeah.
Because there's really not much.
No,
I mean,
LA,
to the outsider, there's not much of a comedy scene here.
There isn't at all. That's, in fact, a lot of the reason I'm kind of doing it, because it was like fucking, there's like, you got a handful of guys that were doing shit, and they're not, and it's, there was a lot of, I don't know. Like, people have told me, like, it's great because you're, like, people at Pizza Chief told me, all the fans come, they're like, I can't believe you're bringing these comedians up here.
It is shocking because, I mean, it was Megan Murphy the other day.
Yeah,
I mean,
Morgan Murphy. And
Morgan
Murphy.
No, but like we've had Morgan Murphy, and then like we had Ian Edwards twice.
Dude, that's amazing. Ian Edwards is incredible, dude.
And we've had Eddie Pepitone twice.
Right.
Greg Fitzsimmons.
How are you getting connections for these people? And how are you convincing them to come to a parking lot?
Yeah.
No, because a lot of that came out of the pandemic. The pandemic made that shit cool.
Oh, okay.
But people are ready to go back to clubs, and they're doing it. But there's ones that just like, we started this in like last February, not this recent one, but like a year and a half ago, or almost a year and a half. But when things were slightly still going, but so we did it outside, and the first show was great because everyone hadn't been out forever. They fucking came out, and it was fun. Yeah. Every show after that has been great. We've had, I was trying to think of all the names that have been on it because they've been cool. Like during the pandemic,
I saw Greg Fitzsimmons do a thing about it out there.
Fitzsimmons, he gave us a nice shout out. It was funny. He called me a kid. He's always this nice kid, Jake Gallo, and I'm like, well, Greg's like 55.
Well, but you're a kid in comedy, right?
No, right, and that too.
No, you're a fucking kid. Period.
Yeah, you're a kid.
Coming from another almost 55-year-old, you can go fuck yourself. You're a fucking kid.
Yeah, but all the comics that are with me are babies. They think I'm an old man. So when they all laughed, said, yeah, Fitzsimmons calls you a kid. I'm all, well, Greg's like 10 years older than me.
Right.
They're all fucking, dude, one of my best friends in comedy is fucking my daughter's age. I'm 20. I could be his dad, and he's fucking brilliant. He's going to be at the next comedy show.
Awesome,
it's going to be, he's
and
fucking
so how
hysterical.
old are you?
I'm 45.
Oh, shit. Yeah.
So it's, but...
there's like a weird age where anyone under you is a kid. Like,
no,
that kid's a fucking...
I call these guys all kids, and they're like fucking 30, 32 and shit. And I'm like, and that's like same thing. So it was funny, but but like Fitzsimmons has been twice because he said it was fun. He liked it. And he vouched, like Ian Edwards when he came. He's like, Greg said this was a fun show.
That's cool, man.
It's cool because you work hard. You don't know what people are going to say.
Oh, you have no idea.
You work your ass off, and then it's nice. It's just rewarding. I'm not like trying to toot my own horn. I really have no ego, but it's really nice to see that those people enjoyed it, talked about it, are telling other big comics.
Totally.
Because I think we've had Jesus Trejo there. We've had fucking Sam Tripoli. We've had like everybody.
Right.
Just like,
so
it's been
for
great.
people that don't like Craig and I are both into comedy, so we hear a lot of it. And so a lot of people are they base their stuff off of the Netflix, the whatever whatever is out there. So for him and I, when you say all these names,
we know
we understand who they are. So for the layman's or the people that don't really pay attention to it or not into it as much or whatever it is, Greg Fitzsimmons is one of the best. He's up there awesome. in the top echelon of people. Ian Anderson is fucking funny. Yeah, Ian Edwards. I say that every time. Yeah. Every time. I swear to God, I say it every time. He is phenomenal.
Yeah, he's so funny.
He is hilarious. A lot of the people that I've seen, and we talked about this last week, and I'm like, what are you even talking about? What are you pizza by the slice thing, whatever?
Yeah, right. Well, the last time we heard of it was last week when we talked to the Laugh Junkies.
Yeah, and he started telling me about who it is. But when you start talking about these people that you have on there, that's right. That's what it was with Brian and Shannon.
No, you're right.
Yeah, I mean, cool. it's like Greg Fitzsimmons is really an iconic figure in the comedy community.
No, he is. I was going to tell you that. And almost when I posted the flyer with him,
Ian Anderson,
one
of my favorites.
Fucking, but when I posted the flyer with Greg, like a lot of bigger name comics, are more respect and like really were like fucking sick, like they all are like Fitzsimmons.
You got a good one.
And the other guy that everyone loves, and he's like he's probably my favorite. He gave me a nice compliment one night. He's all, man, I went on this rant over there one night about menopause. My wife's in it, and like fucking. And it had just some shit had just happened, and I went off. And the king of ranting and going off to me, and one of my absolute favorite comics ever is Eddie Pepitone. And he was there that night. I had him booked. He's come up 2 or 3 times.
Okay.
And I got off stage after that, and everyone loved it. It was good because it was real, you know. I didn't have to do much setup and punch at all. I was
all fired up when you got there.
It was just like, totally. And I got off stage, and everyone was laughing, and Eddie goes, "Come here," and I walked over, and he's all, "Hey man, that was fucking fantastic. That rant up there." He's all, "I'm going through some shit with my wife right now. I just want to fucking kill her, you know." And it fucking, you know, he's obviously kidding, but he was saying like, you know, he's all, "That really hit, man. That was fucking great job." I was like, I'm gonna retire now. I'm done.
It's those little compliments.
Eddie Pepitone and like Doug Stanhope, like those two guys are like, you know, no, he's my favorite.
Yeah,
that's the guy. When I saw No Refunds, that's what made me want to do comedy.
Yeah. Doug Stanhope.
That pushed me into it because I was like, that's every guy I was in a band with, did beer runs with, took acid with, surfed with, skated with, fucking got in trouble with in school. That's him. That's fucking him.
Hey,
and he's
but along with that is him. At a certain point in time in my life, I try to avoid him.
Right.
You know what I mean? The Doug Stanhope, at a certain point in time, you're like,
dead
and he's still fucking doing it.
Oh,
he's still amazing. Yeah. But at a certain point in time, I'm like, man, I can't deal with you no more.
Have you seen his new special? He just released it on YouTube. It's fucking
really?
Good.
I listened to it. I listened to all his books.
It just came out like
no. See, and I tried to look for it the day or two before, and it wasn't there, and I've been so occupied.
God, he's
I haven't
funny.
fucking.
Yeah.
You know which one was great was his fucking his in 2016, the one he put out in Bisbee at one was fucking brilliant. That one was one of my.
He's fucking incredible.
Because when the more I watch it, I'm all the better it gets.
Right.
The first time I watched it, I was like, this is good. There's some good shit in there. Second time I watched it again, I was like, it's better. And looking back on it, watching the bits now, that shit about like the mental illness and Gabby Gifford and the fucking oh my god, dude, and all that and like just everything. The fucking
he's incredible.
Being locked up abroad.
Yeah,
dude. He's insane.
But
he's
but
a genius.
Beer Hall Putsch, that's one of my favorite ones.
There's very few
dude.
people that have that type of like fucked
smart.
up worldview, but you know, I mean, he's as close to Hunter S. Thompson as Hunter S. Thompson's going to be. You know what I mean? Like he's so fucking close, dude. Like
one of my favorite things about Doug, just it really, I feel like I'm still okay.
Yeah.
I'm still doing all right.
He and that whole crew
are
still
okay.
Right.
Listen to his podcast. It's fantastic.
I read his book. Have you read his book?
Oh,
his book is incredible.
Which one?
Yeah, all of them.
I can't remember what it's called, but it's the one about his mom passing.
Yeah, Digging Up Mother.
Yeah.
Damn.
Digging Up Mother is fucking great.
It is incredible.
Digging Up Mother is great, and he's got another one I'm halfway through, and it's like stories from the road and comedy.
Just listen. Yeah, it's fucking great.
Oh,
the good thing about the book when you
listen
to him, listening to him. Doing
I listened to the audiobook. Did you listen to it?
Oh yeah,
it's way better.
His audiobook is because
it's
him doing, but he has his friends and everybody else being like, yeah, this is what we were doing, and then this happened.
Oh, okay.
And so it's the audiobook plus. And
Nice.
It's fucking,
It's
it's the
incredible.
book plus. It's amazing. It's fucking good.
it's-
Hey, real quick, I just want to get this out there because I had a really great experience last night watching some shit on TV, and I would like all of us to work this back into like, wait, I know we only have so much time left. So last night, me and Honey over here, we watched Cannonball Run.
Oh, it's great. Jackie Gleason.
Hold on, man. It wasn't Jackie Gleason. It was Burt Reynolds and Don DeLuise and Roger Moore and
Who's the
Adrian
sheriff?
Barbeau. No, you're thinking of Smokey and the Bandit.
Oh, I am,
talking
because
about
that's Burt
Cannonball Run.
Reynolds.
Look, man.
No, yeah,
look,
Cannonball Run.
I
Don
just want
DeLuise,
everybody
dude.
to watch that, and we could watch it and then come back and let's have a conversation about it, man, because it was insane.
Yeah, that is a movie you could not make again.
Not even you couldn't
What about
even
Blazing
you
Saddles?
couldn't even fucking look at it, man. No, hey, man.
Yeah.
Blazing Saddles is the number one greatest comedy movie made
couldn't make
ever.
that today.
Ever. Not
No.
it doesn't. It's not even about
Not
you
at
can
all.
make it not today or make it whatever.
You could never
It's
make anything like that. Yeah.
I don't. It's not about the
I know what
making
you're
it
saying.
or not making it. It's the greatest comedy movie ever fucking made. Cannonball Run is one of the ones where you're like, oh, the whole
remember
time
that.
you're just all, oh.
I remember.
You know, it was
Cannonball
so
Run,
fucking good.
The one I just Smokey and the Bandit.
Smokey and the
Smokey
Bandit,
and the Bandit,
so fucking
Cannonball
good.
Run, fucking Porky's.
Oh,
I remember all
Porky's.
those-
Porky's.
Animal
Porky's
House.
is
insane.
Porky's.
Yeah.
Porky's. I
Yeah.
gotta do Porky's again.
Oh, dude, Porky's.
Oh my god.
Meatballs.
Oh.
Right?
Spaz.
Meatballs.
Spaz.
Dude, hold
Spaz.
on.
Meatballs.
You guys
Isn't that what
meatballs.
Spaz?
Okay,
Is that
you guys,
or is that
so
Porky's?
Hey, man,
Which
Which
no,
is the one?
Porky's.
Or,
I think it's
no,
Porky's.
which
Porky's-
is who's Spaz?
I can't remember now.
It doesn't matter.
Meatballs.
All
dude.
I know,
Meatballs is
Meatballs
nuts,
was
dude.
dope.
Yeah,
Is that where
Porky's
they
was
fucking put the
wild.
dude out
Meatballs
in the
was
lake
good,
in
but
the
it was
bed
still
and fucking-
that was like mellow. That was mellow.
Yeah, but
Meatballs
there's
was
something nostalgic
so
about
fucking good.
Meatballs.
The whole 100% agree with you on that. Porky's?
Meatballs.
Porky's?
Porky's was
fire.
all about
I'm like,
titties when you were a
Porky's?
kid.
I'm fucking jerking off.
Yeah, that's what I
You know what
said.
I mean? And
I used to
now,
jerk off
and
to,
now
like,
you look back
fucking-
and you're like, oh my God.
Oh,
this
dude.
is fucking out of bounds.
What did you?
How
hey,
does this even happen?
What? Seriously, what shows did you fuck couches to when you were a kid? I was gonna say no.
we didn't have shows.
Porky's.
We didn't,
No,
I'm
but
not-
not,
you know what I mean?
movies. But like I would rent certain movies because they had scenes in them.
Okay,
Oh,
I
yeah.
got you. I
Like,
got you.
okay.
I got you. I got you. I
My
got you.
friends,
I
if
love
they hear this, will
I
fucking
got this.
die.
I love this.
My fucking-
You, go ahead.
I'll
Go ahead.
tell
I
you-
got mine. I got mine right here, right now.
I
got it.
Although I saw it a bunch. Fast Times at Ridgemont High was, of course.
Oh, yeah.
That's not what I jerked off to though.
That's an easy one. though.
That's an easy one.
But
But
hold
we
on.
love
Did
the
you
movie.
jerk off to
No.
hold on?
You're gonna
Did you
die
jerk
of
off
this.
to her getting in the pool, or did you jerk off to him jerking off?
I didn't jerk off to Fast Times. I jerked off
Oh,
to the fucking
rude.
sex scene in Colors. Do you remember that black chick? Do you remember when they kicked the door in and that sexy little ghetto chick? She was hot. I remember her fucking. She was
Wow.
smoking fucking
Yes,
fine. Dude.
yes,
She
yes.
was so hot. That black chick.
Yeah.
She was getting nailed, and her tits were fucking flopping. That was as close to
Yep.
black porn as you could get at my age because my brothers, we just had what we could get our hands on.
Oh,
It was
yeah.
like Ron Jeremy videos from
Oh,
the
yeah.
70s and shit.
Yeah.
And they didn't sell them in the liquor stores yet in these big novel boxes.
No,
Remember you had to go
not
in
at
there
all.
and like fucking
Nope.
hurry up, bag that
Yep.
fucking thing like you're
Yep.
getting a kilo. Of fucking like
yeah.
stick it under your
a
shirt.
kilo. You
You
are
used to have to
really
hide
reaching.
your pornos, dude.
You're reaching a
You did.
kilo.
You used to like
went
you're
with
hiding
a
a
kilo.
keg in the
You
fucking
didn't go
back
with
of
an
the
8
toilet
ball.
seat, dude.
You went with a kilo. Yeah, damn, man.
You like had to put the porno in a fucking. You had to put the porno in a fucking Ziploc freezer bag and like hide it in the tank of the fucking toilet and shit. And
Yeah.
and fucking.
Yeah, you didn't have you. We had
It would
different
never
parents.
eject quick enough while the garage
Oh,
door was
dude.
opening.
It's
You're like, fucking
incredible.
hurry up!
Hurry!
Like pulling it out prematurely and ripping the tape out. You're
Oh,
like,
dude.
fuck! Put like scotch
all I
tape.
had to do was just go into my mom's upper closet and move the mirror of brown powder out of the way, and then just grab a tape.
Yeah, dude. Not even. I remember, dude. We used to. I stole one from a friend of
I swear
mine
to God,
in
bro.
Pierpont.
I swear to God.
I stole one,
Oh.
dude. I have a story about it real quick. We have time. Oh my
We got
God,
plenty of
dude.
time, dude. We got
Dude,
time.
okay. You guys know Ryan Burdick?
No.
He's,
not that I know of.
He plays
I
drums.
probably do.
He was in like Beachside Stranglers, Rubber Band.
Oh,
and,
okay. All right. Yeah. I know who he is.
Yeah, he's a Pierpont surfer guy, metalhead, skater. Anyway, so we would all hang out after school all the time, like freshman, sophomore year. We'd go down there and surf. He lived right down off Driftwood or something.
Yeah, definitely give out his address and all of his info.
Now they're long gone from there now.
Yeah, they can't afford to
last
live
thing-
there no
the
more.
last thing I
We're
need
talking
is
like-
from
They
Pierpont
could
right
barely
now.
afford to live there then.
We're talking,
You know?
exactly. No,
Yeah.
this was 30 fucking years ago.
Straight
exactly.
Pierpont
We're still
fucking
friends. If he
trash.
hears this, he'll fucking die.
If we know anything about
laughing.
Pierpont, they definitely don't hold grudges for
Yeah.
anything.
Yeah,
right?
He wasn't really a
Fucking
Pierpont guy.
dumpster
He
workers.
just surfed there and wrestled and shit. So he goes, we go down there. We're hanging out there and we're going surfing down there. And fucking, it's after school. We all go in and he goes, hey, check this porno out. And like we do at that age. And so we're all sitting there. What do you got? It was his fucking. He puts it in. It was his stepdad's, of course. I'll get to that. He puts it in. We watch it. And we're watching it. And it's some new porn for the time, whatever year that was. Fucking 92, 93.
Oh, yeah.
And I remember it was called The Last Resort, and it had Peter North and Tori Wells in it. It was like, because they did they tried to do like actual movies then. Tom Byron was in it.
Oh, yeah.
Some other guys with two first names.
Peter North was the fucking rope slinger.
Yeah,
that fucking dude had
just
giant
fucking
loads.
Painting fences, dude.
Oh,
Just fucking
yeah.
good.
Dude, beast. That
And
fucking
I'm
dude was a
shocked
beast.
by the amount of male porn stars you guys know.
Oh yeah, dude. Well, there's
It's fucking
there's 5 million
alarming,
chicks.
dude.
There's 5 million chicks and like
alarming
5 dudes.
Amount,
dude.
I know who he is.
Everyone
I
knows
know.
North,
But
dude. Come on.
You guys have mentioned
North
more
is like
male
the
porn
modern day
stars on
John
this
Holmes,
podcast
dude.
Yeah. He
than
was
anyone.
definitely.
Yeah.
I am, man, because like I want to see a dude with a big dick hammering chicks. That's why it's a fucking fantasy. Because I ain't in that realm.
Yeah.
Like,
I want to see 2 dudes with big chicks hammering dudes.
Well, not 2 dudes. I want to see one dude with a big
You're
schlong
fucking
hammering
halfway
2
there,
of them.
bro. You're
No, but,
halfway
yeah,
there.
I am, but no. So okay. So check. It shows us 2 videos this afternoon. The first one, he thinks is hysterical, and it's a televangelist who's got like fucking Parkinson's or something. And he's up there going, oh, and he's doing, pardon me, he's doing, oh, Jesus will save you. And we're sitting there smoking bowls, fucking laughing.
Dying.
What the fuck? Puts
That's
that
the
away.
Max hardcore shit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
wait, Max Hardcore.
There you go. There's another one.
Look at this fucking guy, dude. It got trannies, runaways, crackheads. I take them all. Fucking.
Oh, good to know you.
What's a quote?
Hey, I'm Big Jake. Nice to meet you.
I'm gonna faint.
It's going to be on his tombstone.
Oh, shit. I
he
need a
dies.
breath. So, I gotta catch my breath. I'm dying over here. Fucking. So then, we go to the beach. We surf. Come back, change, and he goes, "Oh, check this out, dude." And then he puts the porno on. Great porno. There's a fantastic, phenomenal titty fuck scene in it. And when you're that age, that's all you want to do. It's just like, fuck, dude. If I had a pair of tits at 14, dude, I'm never leaving the house, dude.
He had a
It's
pair of
fucking
tits at
like,
14.
Yeah,
I guarantee you, he had a pair of tits at 14.
I probably had. I was all right.
No,
But
you
anyway.
didn't. You
No,
had your
I
diabetes
weighed-
keeping you thin.
No, dude, not.
Yeah,
not
you
then.
weren't working like
I
us.
was
We were,
210 pounds back
yeah.
then, dude. You see me at 210? That's 60 pounds more than I weigh now.
I was
think.
210 in like 5th grade.
I know, but look at you for Christ's sake.
Yeah, now he's 5'10".
You're like
Yeah.
fucking Sid Haig over here. Fucking,
He's 5'10", and that's not his height.
fucking Satan's rejects over here. Fucking.
Fucking Captain Spaulding,
That's
dude.
it. Yeah. I called him by his real name, Sig Haig, and I was like, what was his name? That's right, Captain Spaulding over here.
Yeah. Anyway.
But no, so then he puts on this porn, and this was kind of fucking hysterical. So everyone's getting ready to go out there. I take the fucking televangelical tape and the porno, and I peel labels off and swap them.
Oh, yeah.
And I fucking put that shit in my pants. I'm all walking all weird. All right, I'm taking off. I got like a fucking porno. It's like a fucking bong hiding from your mom in your pants.
Yeah.
It's like, have you ever shit your pants and tried to walk like you didn't shit your pants
Yeah,
in the
this
bathroom?
morning.
Exactly. Yeah. No, for real.
Yeah.
I don't doubt
Yeah.
that.
Just
But
stiff
I
leg.
had a
fucking,
good weekend.
he was like fucking walking like this, and I'm like, all right, and everyone's all right. I'm gonna see you later. And he calls me that night. Probably like 5 hours later, freaking the fuck out. And he's like, dude, I went to put that porno in, and I fucking put it in, and it's a fucking televangelist, dude. And I'm fucking crying, laughing, but I'm like, wow. So what are you saying? Someone fucking took the tape. He tells me the whole story, and I'm sitting there. I'm going, oh, yeah, fuck. I don't know what to tell you. It wasn't me. And fucking, dude, here's the best part. Is it's his mom's probably in her 40s at this age. She's dating a fucking 60-year-old retired Navy dude named Gene. And it's his porno. Gene's fucking pissed. And not only, okay, if I'm that age, and if my son steals my porn now, and it's gone, that's fucking gone.
Right.
I'm not asking him about it. I'm not saying shit.
No.
This
you guys are out of your fucking mind.
Well,
I swear to God,
no
I'm older than you guys.
Porn in these
so
days.
No.
if you take my porn, it's the only porn I got. I can't go to my phone
Dude,
and
this
get
guy
more
had
porn.
like a
If
spiked
you guys
fucking
take my
dildo
shit,
in the closet.
I
fucking
don't
like
give a fuck.
I do, because he's got
look,
plenty,
man,
dude.
I didn't have ready access like you all did. When I had
Neither
some
did
porn,
I, dude. What do you think? How old do you think I am? What year are you in? I had to
44.
go to the liquor
You just
store.
told me you're fucking 44.
I didn't even have
I'm 50
DVDs. I had
fucking
VHS cassettes.
I had
off at the
fucking
VCR.
Betamax. You didn't have Betamax. I'll tell you,
You
right
didn't
now.
have Betamax
hey, man,
porn 'cause
I
you
had
couldn't
Betamax.
afford it. I fucking know it.
I sold crack in the 80s, and I
Did you have
fucking
Beta
got me a
porn, Max?
Okay, hold on.
No, but I had because I remember.
He's gonna go into a coma, dude.
No, it's because
He's gonna
I'm starting
he's
to get
gonna have a
loud. I'm
stroke
starting to get
right
loud.
now.
But I'm telling you right now, you can stroke this. So, I got a Betamax, and I got a Betamax in like 86, 87 years old, and I was hustling and doing my shit, and I got some other fucking hustler, and he's like, hey, I got this Betamax. I'll sell you
This was
Betamax.
93.
No, I'm talking about.
This wasn't
I'm
hard.
talking about 85. 86.
I know, but that's why, as his age, and he's in the Navy. Fuck that tool.
Hold
you know how
on.
much fucking porn and smut those fags have, dude? That guy was fucking all over.
Different
he's
deal,
a Navy
that
dude.
dude was
Fucking,
definitely
he's
ducking
probably peddling that
fucking man
shit.
boys
He
in
was probably
Saigon,
only
dude.
pissed because we didn't leave him money. That's fucking. He didn't give a fuck.
We sit there. I get this fucking Betamax, and I have this Betamax, and I get the dirtiest, just nasty. It's not. It's just gross. It's like it's not good. Like you get all these tapes, and it's just kind of it's that old school porn. But along with that, I got some. No, it was, but it was gross.
It was like fucking.
But I also got a couple of gay porns. And
those are fucking funny, by the way.
So we
Dude,
come over there. We come over there, and we talk about.
We blew it up, Jay.
It happens, man. It happens.
Dude, we're going to turn this whole thing into like a fucking 2-hour porn story.
Yeah.
No, hold on.
I'm still recording audio. That's weird.
So we're still good audio, right?
That's very odd.
Oh, the audio's good.
So
Go ahead, finish your story, Jay, and we'll wrap it up. Finish your riveting story about fucking Betamax. All right? Sorry. Go ahead. Gay porn and Betamax?
Yeah, so I'm done.
So basically, it was much difficult. No, but back to the point.
So what the thing was, and this is it. It was so much fucking fun, and I was at this point in time, I was in Oxnard, and I was living that lifestyle, and I was
you
a bit
were
of a
not giving up that porn. No
well,
matter
hold
what.
on. I was a gangbanger. I was from a certain neighborhood, and that's who I was, and that's who I was hanging
So
out
weren't
with.
you getting real pussy?
Well, hold on, listen. So
what kind of gangbanger were you that needed porn? What the fuck?
Everybody comes over to the house after school. Everybody comes
white
in, hangs
Midtown
out, and they're
friends
like,
were
they come
getting
over.
pussy.
We're on Terrace Avenue, and everybody shows up, and we come in, and they'd be like, "Hey Jay, hook me up, man. Play a movie."
You were the smut peddler?
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
I was
You're a peddler of everything.
I peddler to everything.
Yeah.
And they're
You're
like,
the ice cream truck?
"Hey Jay, hook me up.
Pornos, ecstasy,
and
blow,
I would literally,
heroin.
it was the best. I'd be like, "Yeah, I got you," and I would throw that gay tape in there, and then I would look at my brother and be like,
it's
you
coming,
know,
dude.
and they no qualms, none at all. There was nothing. They would literally be like,
they just jerk off?
Oh yeah, no, they didn't. No, they all jail.
So
time.
you had like
Nobody
circle
cared.
jerks. Were you in that band?
They would last about 30 seconds, and they would realize what was happening, and they would just immediately
die. Yeah.
Jason, you motherfucker, what the fuck? And just start talking shit immediately, man.
You were running like the fucking underground Pussycat Theater at your house, dude.
And that's the first place I started doing
security. Dude, did you have to clean the carpet up or what?
First time I did security and started doing bouncing was at the Pussycat Theater.
Mm-hmm.
I just imagine like your carpet having like real hard spots all over it and shit.
Yeah, dude.
Did you give him paper towels and shit?
I got them right now. Yeah.
No, I'm a little cleaner now. I at least gotta like shower it and fucking.
Yeah,
it's just easy cleanup.
There you
Cleanup's a mess.
Shower time, dude.
Gross.
Yeah, she swallows.
Fucking. No, I'm saying when you jerk off. I got a chick. I beat off more than I fuck. What city? What kind of? Yeah, man. How much energy you got? There's no fucking way, dude. I'm wiped out by 7:30 at night. I'm fucking, and then
she handles it.
It happens, dude. Yeah, it happens.
Yeah, right.
Well, fuck, man. Thanks. Appreciate you coming on, brother.
Did we get good shit on here?
Hell yeah, we did. Yeah, absolutely, bro.
I never finished what happened. The best part of the story, because he got all mad.
I know. Hold on. Which part of which story?
The story I said. No, because I was talking about
porn. You haven't even kind of hesitated.
Not even
not even a little bit.
Craig hasn't talked at all. Me and you have been chewing this thing up, dude. Fucking no, but the fucking Burdick fucking calls me. It gets better. This is what I was saying. How if I found that porn gone, it's a loss. All right, I'm not gonna ask his ass. It's fucking what he does. Who cares? This motherfucker. Like fucking interrogates Burdick and then fucking has the balls. He calls my fucking house and fucking
rats you out
to my
no
mom.
Way,
and
dude.
My mom's on the fucking phone looking at me going, my mom kind of immediately like goes like, I didn't know it was. And she was talking to the dude on the phone. She goes, yes, this is Sam. Okay. Well, hi, Gene. How's it going? They start talking and I'm sitting there going like, who the fuck is that? She's like, wait. Like this, and she's like, well, no, I can assure you that he didn't take your videotape. And you know what? Yeah, this is ridiculous. I remember this clear as day. She goes, you know what? I should call the cops on you for having that shit around for 16-year-olds and minors to have their hands on. And he goes, oh, no, ma'am. Never mind I called. I'm sorry that I called. I apologize. I was just trying to find out. And like hung up. She flipped it on him.
Nice, dude.
But when I told my friends this, I was like, that dude's 62-year-old stepdad called my house like Tony Soprano looking for his missing porno. Totally. I'm 15 years old, dude. Like, that is the wildest shit to me ever, dude.
That's a power move.
But it was funny because my mom flipped it and then she turns around and she's like, he's saying you stole a porno? I was like, didn't steal a porno. I was like, oh, I'll get fucking pornos anytime I want.
I get fucking pussy all the time, Mom.
No, but dude, totally. Dude,
just ask your friends.
But it was fucking funny, dude. But I had the fucking tapes, dude, where like that's what I was saying about. Like it was funny having to steal VHS like DVDs. Or now it's like I trip out on like my kids. It was like you guys have.
You have no idea what they're.
You have 400,000 porns in your pocket right now,
all day long,
and you can look up anything you want. You don't have to stand down at a liquor store and look for like if you're in the mood for black tits. You don't have to like fucking find a porno that's got a black chick that's got big tits in it. Let alone you got 8 boxes or something like that, or Latina MILFs. You can look that up. Everything on there at the drop of a hat.
Incredible, dude.
That's why it's hard to jerk off. Like I was saying Saturday, you get stuck.
Choices.
You're like, fuck.
Too many choices.
I was here, but now I saw something in that other one. Now I want this. And your fingertips all wet. You're like, fucking trying it off. Yeah, fucking trying to do it.
Fucking hoping that your phone holds the moisture, dude.
Hoping,
See, and this is why technology will save the world, right? Which is your original point.
Wonder how many lives.
You know what I mean? We will all be not breathing air.
How many times have you jerked off?
Bringing it back around.
There you go,
Thank
man.
God, brother.
Technology is here to save us.
Yes, here to save us.
You need to crank one in the shower, dude.
You like fucking drop your rocks and you'd save a life that day.
There you go.
Like, you know?
That's right.
You couldn't do that back. You can't take magazines in the shower at age 45. You sit in the toilet. You can hear Fortnite through the kids' room door and shit. And like,
fuck all that.
Yeah. Fuck yeah, man. Well, I appreciate you coming on, brother.
Well, thanks. I hope we got some good stuff. Are we shaking for the camera?
Yeah, let's shake for the camera. Make it even weirder than it needs to be.
So awkward.
Let me jerk you off right now. We didn't get into gay porn, dude. We were going to talk about how funny
like
that shit is.
As gay as it gets.
Come
Your
here,
two of
wet
us going
fish.
like this is as gay as it gets.
What are we supposed to do?
Yeah. Anyway.
Ah!
Check out fucking Comedy Slice. Check out.
We got a good one next month.
Yeah.
June 18th.
June 18th.
Yeah.
All right.
June 18th,
This will be out next
Comedy
week.
Straight killer. Well, this was a great show too. But
And
yeah,
having
it's gonna
great
be
shows, man. When I heard who you have on your shows and being a follower of comedy, like, and I saw who you have, like, they're great shows. This is no
really,
joke.
No, I see.
Like, really legit.
You are
people.
the demographic
Yeah.
I'm looking for. I'm not bullshitting because people don't a lot, and I appreciate people going regardless, and they love comedy. But to me, it's very important to put on a good show. The shit you see at the store when you go down there at the Improv, because you can get them, and I have friends, and we got a budget, and we can work it out so that it does that, and it's like fucking free. Like you have to pay at least $20.
Oh, totally, dude. Yeah,
down there to see them all like that, and it's like
over there.
And
you
I
just
know
order a
who's
couple
good, and it's
beers
like
some
I
pizza,
just
you're good.
exactly, and it's like the whole fucking thing is like, and I'm
Cheese
glad
pizza.
that you recognize that because I've heard that from other comedy fans, and I'm just like, yes, that's like those that know, because they'll see my lineups and be like, oh shit, Jamar, fucking Morgan, fucking
Yeah,
crazy,
man.
like, Voki, Fatima, like, and then other ones I've had just like just boom, 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 like stacks, and you know, like when I bring up, they're like, fuck, dude, there was a guy, and I'll shut up after this.
I doubt it.
You're probably right.
really
No, I'm about
doubt
to
it.
run out of gas
I don't
here.
think you
but
ever
fucking,
run out of gas. I
no,
don't think
that's
you
what weed
ever
does to
stop
me.
talking.
No,
No,
I
really?
run out of gas
Really?
real fast.
No,
I
think
saved
if
all my
you and
energy.
I, got
I took
high
a
as
nap
fuck
at lunch.
and we sat here. Nobody would even want to be around us. I think
Oh,
you and I would
no
just
one here wants to
nonstop
take this
be
out.
like,
They're sick of us now.
now.
No, yeah, we're the same. We have too much to say.
Yeah, you know. Actually, Craig's, you know.
But the fact that some dude that came over the Greg Fitzsimmons show,
Yeah.
he goes, dude, and he goes, you put this on, come here, and he told me, he goes, we live 2 blocks from here, right back in the neighborhood. We had no fucking idea, and we're fans of Greg. We follow him, and he posted this flyer, and we went, Pizza Chief? Fucking right, Kimball? What the fuck?
Yeah.
And they were like, the guy's like, they've been to everyone since. They brought people out now. They brought, so it's like you guys that see that now that it's out, exposed.
Yeah,
more,
I'd love to see it.
It's like fucking because we're
and
trying to find
maybe we
other
could figure
spaces.
something out for the Garage Bar 1091
No,
Scandia
dude.
Avenue. And maybe we
Let's
could
do
do
it.
an
I'm not
open
even
mic
kidding.
there at some time at
No,
1091
but if you want to do a
Scandia Avenue.
show there,
Garage
comedy
Bar.
show, let me
Yeah,
know because, dude, I want to put one on, like anytime in June, like on a weekend. I don't know what your guys' thing is, or July. Yeah, I don't know. I'm trying to get one.
We'll talk about this.
It's
after
gay
this.
rodeo night on
No,
Saturday.
because I have a couple of
Gay rodeo
friends
night.
that want to
We're
come
not-
up.
We are
and
not
they
interrupting.
like that type of.
Yeah,
you know.
for sure, man. Well, yeah, we'll figure it out, man. But seriously,
Okay.
it was a pleasure
well, yeah,
having
thanks
you on,
again,
man.
guys.
I appreciate it.
appreciate you guys having
All
me
right.
on. That was fun, and I'm gonna go pass out.
There you go. Beautiful.
Nice.
I
All
gotta
right.
eat,
my
actually.
pants.
Let's get the fuck out of here.
All right, guys.
Later.